Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got a breaking news report coming out from Ukraine, and I've got some information today that Ukrainian officials are warning North Korea is preparing to send tens of thousands of soldiers into Russia once again to reinforce their war efforts against Ukraine. Take a look at your screen at this new report. North Korea preparing to send tens of thousands of soldiers to aid Russia. North Korea is reportedly tripling its troop deployment to aid Russia's invasion of Ukraine, according to Ukrainian officials. Recent South Korean reports said troops may arrive as early as July or August. Okay, so yet again, bad news coming out from Ukraine, as we just reported to you guys earlier today that the U.S. is halting certain shipments of weapons to Ukraine, primarily air defense interceptors and also like artillery shells they use to hold the Russians back on the front line. We know that Russia is launching a major attack into Ukraine right now. Their summer offensive is already underway. Ukraine is being attacked nightly by 100 plus drones, missiles going into their territory every single day. They're taking on massive destruction with all these strikes. And at the same time, now we're hearing that the North Koreans could be deploying up to 30,000 soldiers on top of the 11,000 that have already been deployed into Russia. So this is very, very big news. I want to share this report with you here today. Let's go ahead and hop on over here to United 24 Media. North Korea to triple troop presence in Ukraine, backing Russia with up to 30,000 soldiers. This is coming out today, July 2nd, 2025. And it says right here, North Korea is preparing to significantly expand its military presence in support of Russia's war against Ukraine. Ukrainian intelligence warns, CNN reported on July 2nd. According to an assessment obtained by CNN, Pyongyang may soon deploy an additional 25,000 to 30,000 troops to the front lines, tripling the number of North Korean soldiers already operating alongside Russian forces. These reinforcements could arrive in the coming months, building on the 11,000 troops reportedly sent in November 2024. That earlier deployment played a role in halting a Ukrainian advance into Russia's Kursk region. So if you guys remember yesterday, I gave you reports from Kirill Budnov. He's the intelligence chief out of Ukraine for their HUR, their military intelligence directorate, and he was reporting that the North Koreans could be allowing their citizens to take up contracts with the Russian military to avoid having to deploy more troops into Ukraine, utilizing their own actual reserves, their own soldiers. Well, now we're hearing that they're going to be doing that. They're going to be sending their own troops into Russia to fight inside of Ukraine. And then on top of that, imagine all these other people that start signing up inside of North Korea for contracts with the Russian military. That's going to be probably even more North Korean soldiers that will be fighting on the front lines in the near future. So this is definitely not good news for Ukraine. Here's a little bit more information. Western officials estimate that approximately 4,000 North Korean troops were killed or wounded during that operation, but the losses appear to have only deepened military ties between Moscow and Pyongyang. So yeah, they're talking about the 11,000 troops that were sent over to Russia to help the Russian military fight against Ukraine and push them out of the Kursk Oblast after August of 2024, when Ukraine launched that incursion into the Kursk region. And 4,000 of these troops were killed or wounded. So there's somewhere around maybe 5 or 6, supposedly 1,000 troops that could be still operating within the Russian ranks. It also says here Ukraine's Defense Intelligence Agency says the Russian Ministry of Defense is prepared to equip the incoming North Korean forces with weapons, ammunition, and gear to integrate them directly into Russian combat units. The report adds that there is a great possibility the new troops will take part in fighting across Russian-occupied regions of Ukraine, particularly during upcoming large-scale offensives. Earlier, Russia deployed its Panzer S-1 air defense systems to Pyongyang and transferred equipment and technology to North Korea for the production of Shahed-type attack drones, according to Kirill Budnov, head of Ukraine's main intelligence directorate. So this is all part of that same story with Kirill Budnov that I was telling you guys that yesterday we did report that Kirill Budnov was saying that North Korean citizens could now start joining the ranks of the Russian military and signing contracts with them to avoid some type of deployment of their own troops. But it looks like instead they're potentially planning to send maybe 20 to 30,000 of their own soldiers into Russia. This is crazy, guys, that it states here they might even be fighting inside of Ukraine. So within the next few months, we could definitely be seeing tens of thousands of North Korean soldiers fighting inside of Ukraine all at the same time. Ukraine could be heavily short on lots of equipment to be able to fight back. So this is not looking good for Ukraine. I just wanted to bring this information out there for you guys. That way you were aware of it. So let me know what you think about all these details down below in the comment section. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.